Hi everyone, welcome back to Conversations. I'm your host Nia Amuzie, and I'm so excited because we're back again with the ladies of Women Unite for a Cause. The energy here in the studio is out of the roof. It's amazing. So we're going to continue talking about Women Unite for a Cause, empowerment, being strong, powerful, beautiful women.
Yes.
So from where we stopped, we talked about the themes like collaboration. Another theme that really stood out is being intentional. What does that mean? Intentional and purposeful.
You want to go? No. Okay. I believe everyone here on earth God put everyone on earth for a reason. We're not just here to, I've heard this saying, work, make money, and pay bills. That's not why we're here. There's a greater purpose. So if you truly, really desire to know why you're placed here on earth, a relationship with God will help reveal that. I believe that I was placed here on earth to be an advocate for those in need. So being intentional is knowing that God put a desire in your heart, He gives you a vision, and you're intentional with making sure that vision is brought to fruition. So not just knowing that there's greatness inside of you and just letting it sit still, or worried about what would people say, or dimming your light, but knowing that, look, I know who I am in Christ. I know what God has put inside of me, and being intentional in making sure that every gift God has put inside of you, you bring it out to, because the gifts inside of us is actually for the world. God gives us gifts so we can be a light to the world. So that's what intentional means for me. Being purposeful in everything that I do, and being a wife, and being a mom, and being a visionary, an entrepreneur, everything, there's a reason for everything. So being intentional is taking time out to really think about the things that you do, and making sure that what you do is actually impacting the world.
So would you also say being intentional is being aware of every step you take in your life?
That's
and
right.
Connecting it to your purpose.
Correct.
Okay, what do you have to say about that?
Being an intentional woman is being that woman that people look up to for good reasons. Not because, my body is slayed, but for the grace that you carry to live every day. So, like when you're working, you don't have a bad attitude when you come to work. You're that girl or that woman that everybody's like, oh, she's so happy. I want to be like her. So that's what I think being an intentional woman is being that woman that everybody wants to be. Like Michelle Obama.
That's a good word.
One of my favorite women.
Yeah,
and we'll come back to Michelle. She really is.
She's a good model.
She's a standard. But Pauline, how far do you see this movement going?
I see this movement going really beyond global, honestly. Outliving us for generations to come. Global, all across the world. I believe that this will be beyond Houston. We're going to go throughout Texas. Then from Texas, we're going to go out through the United States.
Yes.
We're going to go through different chapters. So I hope you chapter leaders are watching. And so, but yeah, I really believe that this is something that is needed, and we really need to change the narrative. And that's what we're trying to do. And my sister here, Esther, has began that, and we will all continue to live that through. We're changing the narrative. Women can work together.
It's so important. It's needed. It's like, I feel like the more you say it, the more it sticks, the more we remember, the more we practice it, right? Now, you spoke about Michelle Obama, and everyone loved her, and she just, wrote a book called Becoming, where she tells a story about how she became this woman that everyone admires, right? She talks about her humble beginnings. What did you guys think about the book? Did you read it?
Oh, I loved it. I thoroughly, I actually read the book. Anyways, as a busy mother and all these things, I listened to the book through Audible, and so those are ways you can still enrich yourself, just through listening and things like that. But anyways, I actually went to the conference when she came to. Yes. With me and some of my girlfriends, and so that was something that was a blessing. One of my friends, she reached out to me and was like, "Hey, let's do this with our moms." So my mom as well. This is my mom's 60th year of life, so she's living her best life. But anyways, so it was amazing. She is such an person. She is somebody that I look up to, that I believe is an intentional woman. You brought something up earlier that I really wanted to just, you said knowing every step that you do. I don't believe the intentional woman knows every step that she's going, but she knows that she has a purpose. She knows that she knows that she has a purpose, and she knows that she's here to do something great, beyond just, providing and things like that. So I believe that, and that may be what she is too, provide and, have children and create the President Obama, right? That may be her purpose, but I believe that you don't have to know every step, but you just have to know that you do have something great inside of you. So I don't believe the intentional woman knows everything, honestly, but you just have to believe in yourself and know that God has put it in you, and that as you go through, that you'll figure it out. And honestly, as we talk about this, that's basically what happened. Esther did not know what was going to happen. Whenever she called us or created this group together. But honestly, as we progressed, we figured it out. As I called her, I didn't know what I wanted. I said, I just want to do something. As we talked through it, then she was like, oh, you know what? I got a social media graphic person. Then we became a thing, right? And so, okay, she didn't know she was gonna. Then all of a sudden, she didn't know planning her wedding was gonna bring her. So you don't know, but she knew that. Hey, so you don't have to know every step, but you just have to know that you got something and you got to roll with it. And I believe that's what becoming is about. Becoming is not a full stop.
Yes,
it is a evolving, continuous thing, right? Yes. And so that's what I love about Michelle Obama. That's what I love about, because she's the first lady. She could be like, hey, I'm done, right? But she didn't stop from there, right? And so she continued to go through. Hey, we're all professionals here. We could have all just become nurses and pharmacists and stop, but we continue to go on, and that's what I believe what becoming is. And we keep on going. We keep on going.
So you saw her.
Yes.
I'm jealous.
Me too. I'm jealous too. We were jealous because I didn't get to see her. I didn't
We'll talk
go.
about women in comments, so we should not. But tell me about her style. Like, what was she wearing? How did she look? Did she have a presence?
She looked beautiful. She was wearing, I think, white. One thing I love about Michelle, she has a presence, but she has a humility as she walks into the room.
Yes.
So it was a conversation just like this.
Good.
So somebody was sitting on the couch like this, and basically that's what we did. She came and talked. She was not talking in a platform. It was really a conversation. That's why I love. The first lady was having a conversation. That is what I believe that we all strive to be. Is though we're here and we're grateful. We never want to make it about us. We want to make it about what we're trying to do, right?
That's right.
And so that's why I believe Michelle. She could, like I said, she's the first lady.
Yeah.
She's still anyways. But basically, let me not say that. But no, she was a wonderful first lady. And so honestly, that's how her presence was, honestly. And so she just talked. They asked questions. She's very funny. She's very, very funny. She just seems like a real person, honestly. And so that's really what I loved. I learned so much from it, and it was a great experience. It was a great experience. Yeah.
So becoming now is a household word.
Yes.
Becoming. Tell me your humble stories, your becoming stories. You of course you have some.
Yes.
Share those with us.
Okay, so I came to the United States at 17, when I was 17 years old, a teenager, and I remember vividly getting into that plane with only $400 in cash. That was all I had, with a little travel luggage and a backpack. And I'm leaving my family behind, but my goal was to reunite with them someday. So my dream was to come to the United States, go to school, be successful, and live my best life. That was what I had in mind, but I believe God had greater purpose for me, because even though I did go through some challenges, I finished school, blessed with a wonderful husband, and together we have 4 kids. Down the line, God showed me my purpose, and He was like, I'm going to use you to change life. I'm going to use you to touch life. You're going to be an advocate to those in need. So I did go through all what I went through, but I thank God that out of all of that, God is using me to do great things. So I am truly grateful for that.
That's amazing. What about, who else wants to share their story?
Okay, I have a story that has brought me to become the woman I am today. Last year, I'll start back where I had started my business in 2015. Of course, I didn't know what I was going to do, but I thank God I listened to Him, because He kept telling me, I need you to have your business. And my husband was there, and I thank God for my husband every day, because he's a business person, and he was like, why don't you do this? And I thank God that He pushed me, that God used my husband to push me to birth my business. So fast forward to 2019?
Yes.
Okay, fast forward to 2018. I lost my job, and I was 7 months pregnant, and I didn't know how to move on from that. I was very angry because I was accused of something that I did not do. But I had to tell myself, if this job is for me, it will be there for me. If not, I'm going to just listen to God. thank God I had the business. And with that, I was able to push forward with my business and to do the things that God told me to do. Eventually, I did find a job. I'm still practicing as a nurse, and thank God I went back to school as well. God was preparing me for this time.
That's right.
He did all these things. He made all these bad things happen to me because I was a angry person, like really angry because all these bad things were happening. But God put it there for me to become the woman that I am today and to inspire women and to uplift them. Not every job is for you.
That's right.
And I want everybody to understand that.
Right.
God will take these things away from you to bring something greater for you. So you have to understand that. And when you listen to God, great things start happening. So that's my humble beginnings.
Okay, Pastor. Really good invitation.
Yes.
Well, I pretty much, I grew up in Houston, 2-parent household. And, pretty much where I would say is, I became a wife, I became a mother, and I became all of that, like literally within like 6-7 months. Like it was really, really, really quick. And so that was probably one of my most recent challenges that I really believe has transformed me into the woman I am today. Like I said earlier, I'm a mother of 3 and I was under the 3 under 3 club. So I got engaged, I bought a house, I was pregnant before I got married, and then, got married, had a child, and then it just kept on going. And so that was something that really, really transformed my life. With every child, I feel like I got more strength, though it was hard, but one thing I've learned is that whenever you are able to transform your challenge into strength and find and say, hey, if I can get through this, then I can do. And so a lot of times, though these are all blessings, when I first found out I was not happy. I was not happy. And so I love my child. I always wanted to be a mother. But honestly, when I found out, I was like, wow, this is not how it's supposed to go. I'm supposed to get married, be married for a year, then have kids. I just had that. I've always been that. Like, you do it this way, And anyways, life happens and we're all human. But at the same time, God knew why that happened. And so I believe that whenever you are able to, like I said, listen, like my sister said, listen to God and just be able to know that, hey, all these things happen for a reason. Without Him, I don't believe I would be able to be an entrepreneur that I am today, honestly.
That's right.
Because, and that's another thing too I want to say, as a mother, a lot of times we, once we become a mother, that's it. We put that hat on.
Yeah.
We put that hat on and we forget about
It
ourselves.
doesn't have to be that way.
It does not have to be that way. And you don't have to wait till they graduate to high school to do that either.
Exactly.
Right? There will be sacrifices. It's not going to be like you have a baby and then, but you do have to understand that just keep on, even if it's 5 minutes. That's my rule. 5 minutes. 5 minutes. And I learned it from my wonderful husband. But 5 minutes, just any little thing you can do. Even if you want to open up a shop, watch one YouTube video.
That's
5
true.
minutes.
Yes.
While you breastfeeding the baby. Little things that you can do. Don't put your life on hold for that. Be a mother, be present, but you can still live your dreams throughout that. Just do 5 minutes. 5 minutes adds to 10 and then 10 to 15 and we know the story from there. So that was something that I really, really have learned. With young toddlers, people don't understand how I'm doing that. But honestly, it's because of, number one, God, believing in Him, my husband, and just, again, 5 minutes, persevering through that. So those are things that, again, if I had all the time, I don't think I would be able, I wouldn't understand the value of the time that I had. But now that I don't have it, every minute counts for me.
That's amazing. That's so powerful.
If I can add again, to the point that I am at this time, I just want to be able to just appreciate everyone because it takes a village to raise a child.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't get here by myself. I mean, I give glory to God for how far He has brought me, but I'm especially grateful for my wonderful husband who allows me to just soar, allows me to bloom. Use every gift within me to just be because some men are intimidated by that.
Yes.
By a woman who is strong, who has a vision, who can just go out
True.
But my husband is not like that. He is a strong man in his own. He is very talented, and I love him and I adore him. But I am so blessed and honored that He just lets me be who I am. Mm-hmm. So I am particularly grateful to God for Him. So it is His support that has actually helped me through God's grace, for me to be here. And secondly, I want to thank God for my parents. My mom has been with me for almost 8 years, helping me raise my kids.
Wow.
If not my father giving her that permission, I wouldn't be able to do half of the things that I do.
You have that support system.
So that support system is there, and also the wisdom of God, knowing that I have this help and using my time wisely.
Yep.
I could have used those times to say, you know what, let me live my best life. Babe, what country are we going to next? What trip are we going to? Where are we vacationing next? But I see the need to be able to serve others, use my time wisely to serve others, and all that has made me into who I am. The support system,
amazing.
God's grace, the wisdom, all that is helping me become more of who God wants me to be.
Amazing. Thanks for sharing. So they always say for every strong man, there's a woman by his side. But
exactly.
truly, for a strong woman,
Yes,
there is
there's
a
a
man.
woman. Yes,
supporting
right.
and helping, cheering you on.
That's
You
So
need that
come-
support.
Exactly.
You need that
The
support.
Your
Yes.
little circle where you can go back to.
And you can be a strong man and also be my husband is a
Exactly.
very strong
Yes.
strong man. He is not. He's a very strong man.
No, that's so true. Absolutely. So we're cutting very close on time. So
Yes.
we're going to be very brief with this.
Right.
But you guys are moms, entrepreneurs, multitaskers, powerful. Just one person tell me, how do you do it all?
Honestly,
We're cutting really close. Just
Yeah.
one person.
honestly, it's the grace of God.
Yes.
When you ask God to give you direction and to move forward, He puts that strength in you where you can do anything possible.
That's right.
And I always say anything is possible with God at the center of it.
Yes.
So truly, I believe it's God that allows us to do everything that we do.
Amen.
And time factor.
Time.
You have to.
Yes.
You have to
Whatever
know.
is important to you,
Yes.
you'll make time for it.
Do you guys think that question is offensive? Because I know some celebrities like Halle Berry has said, that's offensive. Men should be asked that question. Because when you think about it, have you ever heard any interviewers ask men, how do you balance it all? Being a dad, do you find that offensive?
Honestly, I really don't.
Okay.
I
Because
don't.
it's a reality. You know what I'm saying? And so, I mean, men should be asked that question as well. Maybe men should champion for that. But honestly, I don't feel like it's an offensive question because it's a real question. I'm honestly like I want to know too. I would want to know what you're doing. So there's nothing wrong. It is not sexist in my opinion because women do have a different role than men.
Exactly.
And it's not necessarily a traditional 1950 role, but we all have roles in our whatever it is for your household. So some men are the cookers in their household. That's fine, but everybody has a role. So there's nothing wrong with that because we all have to balance. Everybody has to balance.
Yes.
It's not only women, but so I don't see anything wrong with that, honestly.
That's good. That's
Yeah.
good.
There's no offense to
There's
it.
no offense to it. I'm glad you guys are saying that. And it's all about partnership.
Yes,
Exactly.
partnership. Thank you.
Teamwork.
Teamwork.
Teamwork makes
Yes.
the dream work.
Teamwork,
That's right.
Yeah, so how do you
Exactly.
guys exemplify that in your household, okay? Like, how do you partner together? She said balance, right?
Mm-hmm.
How do you do that in your household, and how can women learn from you and how you do it?
Honestly, like I sit down and I talk to my husband. In the beginning of the year, communication.
Yes.
We set out our goals for the year, and I say, "Oh, hubby, I got for this month. This is what I have going on." Or I'll tell him, "Okay, I let him know these are the events that I have booked. Is it okay? Okay, we can take our family vacation here." It's all about communication. Once you communicate, everything works well. And once everybody knows their roles, like it's just not me that takes care of my child. My husband has to as well.
right.
We both made this child together, so we both have to take care of our child together. We made this household. We bought this house together. We do everything as a partnership. It's not like, oh, he's gonna pay all the bills. No.
I'll just sit down.
Yeah, no, it's a partnership. We detect that, but we make sure we follow through with everything that we say that we're going to do. And if things happen along the way, we just try to work it out. We wing it.
Yes.
Yes, absolutely. And I love this because I feel like it's all learning, right? We're all learning from each other. Viewers are learning from you. We're learning. I'm learning
Yes.
from you guys. It's really amazing. Now, going back to this Women Unite for a Cause, Esther, tell us what other events can we look forward to, right? For those who missed the luncheon, that was amazing. What can we look forward to this year, next year, moving forward?
Okay, we've seen a lot of women have reached out to us from faith talk to people wanting to connect spiritually and to wanting to do some outreach. We see a lot of women just reaching out to us for different reasons. So we're working on a calendar that would benefit everyone.
Okay.
Because ours is an inclusive group. We want it to be beneficial to everybody because everyone has a particular need and we just want everyone to be satisfied with what our group has to offer. So we're going to be having a monthly prayer session where we meet as women because we are all believers here. We're all Christian women and we want our faith to be stronger. We want to help each other grow in that area because we put God at the center of what we do. So if God has brought us this far, we want to still keep him at the center of the focus of what we do. And then we're looking at having outreaches where we can feed the homeless.
Okay.
We're gonna have a date for all this, but these are some of the things that we're planning on doing. Either it's gonna be monthly or every other month. And also we recently partnered with a women's shelter, a homeless shelter, and they're welcoming resources that we have.
Okay.
Part of our organization is made up of professional women, from doctors to entrepreneurs, different professions. So we have women who are willing to pour their knowledge and reach those homeless women with knowledge, resources that can help better their life.
Great.
Right now we have a doctor who's part of our group who's looking to do some trauma and depression topics come July, to impact those homeless women, because some of them have gone through issues in their life that put them out of a home. So these are things that we're doing, just to help impact the community. So we also have a Christmas gala coming up in December 14th, and this is our second annual Christmas gala. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fashion. If you love fashion, come on, we want you. It's gonna be really, really glam. So the purpose of the gala is to help us raise funds, because it takes funds to run a nonprofit organization, and we want to keep giving back to the community. So every year we put on this gala to help us raise funds to fund our 7 initiatives. We help kids back home in Africa go to school. We support, we impact young youths. We help the homeless. So there's so many things that we do. And if they can follow us on our social media platforms, Women Unite for a Cause is our social media handle, Facebook and Instagram. You can find us on those platforms, follow us, and you'll be updated with activities, the events that we have lined up.
Amazing. So just follow your Instagram handle and Facebook. Do you guys have Facebook as well?
Yes.
Okay, and then they can get all this great information.
Yes.
What about for Project Clothe a Child though? Is it also on Instagram, or is that just all connected?
We have it on Instagram, we have it on Facebook, and we have a website, projectclotheachild.org. If you want to support any of our causes, donate to the 2 kids who are sick, or just support the organization, you can go to our website and just donate. It's Project Clothe a Child, PROJECTCLOTHEACHILD.org. So you can follow us on there and just stay updated.
Amazing. Ladies, thank you so much for this.
Thank you.
I feel
Thank you.
we've grown together through this process. We know each other, and I'm sure that our viewers can feel this energy that is just going to them. So thank you. This has been an amazing session.
Yes, we have a chance.
Yes,
Ladies, are you ready?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
WUFAC ladies.
Hey!
WUFAC ladies.
Hey!
WUFAC ladies.
We changed the world!
I'm telling you, the energy here is so effective.
Something else.
Ladies, thank you for joining us again. Viewers, thank you for watching with us. I hope
Thank
you
you.
enjoyed it. And stay tuned for more conversations.
Yes.
Woo!